Hi, Zed from Zedster's Lab. This morning when I came out into my garden, I saw my beautiful tree in the back is falling over. Well, about 2 years ago, we started to see that it's dying, and we tried everything. We have tried everything. We water it every day, and it didn't help. So at the end, it died, and now it's falling over. So I'm trying to saw the dead leaves off so that it doesn't fall on my vibrocrete wall. And as I was doing this, as I was busy doing it, I remembered this beautiful piece that I read about trees. For me, there's nothing more awesome than trees, and to just look at nature and you see the cycles. And the story that I read about trees goes something like this. You know, a tree comes, is a seed, it's starting to grow, becomes beautiful and big and full of leaves and goes through its seasons, and the birds come, they make their nests, and there's bees and everything that enjoys the flowers. And then when the time comes, it's time for the tree to fall. And even in that process of the tree dying and falling over, there's still so much life in it. We no longer it's the birds, and they're also there, but now other little things are. That tree becomes the life source of other things. It's a different season in the tree's life cycle, and even though it's no longer alive as we know it, it is still the life source of many, many little animals and things. And in years to come, many, many years from now, that tree of mine will be on the ground, become compost, but still there will be so much the life-giving, the source, it will be the source of other things. And I was really thinking about it, how we as humans fight the process, the life cycle. You don't want to become old. You don't want to lose the beautiful body. You don't want to move into the next stage of your life. You don't want to become old. So we fight. When we're young, we don't want to become older. And never mind when we're our age and you really see your friends falling, the big trees in your life, people that really made a huge impression on you, they start to fall. And but you know what is the awesome thing? Hello, Bella Blobs. When we stop fighting the process, when we stop fighting when things doesn't turn out our way, we start to see the beautiful cycle of life, the beauty of being part of the one life source. The power within, the life within me is in Bella Blobs and in that tree and in everything around us. And we're part of that. But our minds are so full of judging. So when one of our big trees fall, we judge it. But why? What happened? Why is it so early? He could have lived so many more beautiful years, and we become angry and resentful and pitiful, and we miss the beauty of the whole circle of life. Because even though my friends are no longer here with me in the flesh, in this, they're still with me. I still feed from them. They still my life source, call it that if you want. They still speak to me through what they were and how they experience life. And it's the same with the tree. And there's just a beautiful lesson that I've not learned. I just unlearned a lot of other things this day and just realized the awesomeness of the cycles of life. And even when I'm no longer here in this body, I'm still gonna live and be part of the beautiful thing we call life, the life source. It's just awesome. I just wanted to share this with you this day, that we need to stop fearing. We need to stop fighting. We need to start to go with the flow and experience this journey through this realm for what it really is. A beautiful process, a beautiful way. I mean, little babies get born and like the tree, and they become older. Some of them, some don't. Some fall at a very early age. And I think that the day when we start to make peace with the circles of life, with the process, with what is actually happening, and instead of trying to fight it and get it to turn out as we want, and just start to go with the flow of the abundant life in and around us, we will start to experience so much peace and joy in the midst of what is happening. In the midst of trying to save our lives to turn out as we want them to turn out, and just start to really live in this day, in this moment, in whatever season you may find yourself in. Know that it is absolutely a beautiful place to be, and you the life source of many, many, many around you. Just like the tree, the lesson of this beautiful dead tree is just blowing my mind, because when you start living through your mind, you start to judge, and you start to become angry and resentful because situations doesn't turn out as you believe or want them to turn out. But when you start to live from the life, the tree of life in you, the life source, your spiritual father, your source, you start to realize that we're all one life, one spirit, and no matter how long my time will be in this realm, it will be perfect. And when it's time for me to leave this body, I'm still going to be part of the life, the eternal life. I'm part of the eternal life. I'm going to live. That life in me is going to live forever and ever. Even though this body is not going to be here. Isn't it awesome? Isn't it the good news? Isn't it making you just glad to be a part of this? We understand so little, but when we start to see that we are all one, part of the one spirit of everlasting life, when we stop eating from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, where we start via our minds to try and figure out what is right and what is wrong, judging all the time, when we stop eating from that tree and start to live via, through the abundant life in us, then we really start to experiencing peace and joy in the midst of anything, any situation we might go through. That tree didn't fight the seasons. It's not fighting now, even though it's still vitally important to all the others around it. Even it's no longer here as we see it, as alive. It's just beautiful. When we look at nature, nature just flows in circles, in seasons. One comes, one goes. There's no fighting. There's no anger and resentment. It's just accepting what is and enjoying life. Have a fantastic day. Is it from Zetster's Lab? Thank you that I can share my journey with you. I don't know why I make the videos, but when I get a message like this morning or whatever, I just want to share it. I don't care, because we're all one. So I am sharing it. What I get, I share. Have a fantastic day and know that you are desperately needed wherever you may find yourself. In whatever stage you may find yourself, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and you are the life source of many. We got to stop fear. We got to stop fighting. We got to get to that point where we are just at peace of where we are. In whatever season we may find ourselves, in where we find ourselves, in what country, in what body, in what stage, we're all part of this whole everlasting life, and we're needed as is. You're awesome. Thank you for listening. This is it from Zetster's Lab. Love you lots. Okay, where is this thing?